What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today, this is an open video to Pan African Strikes Back. This is an open video to Pan African Strikes Back. Because I think it's about time for somebody to just directly say this to this dude, right? Now, Pan African Strike Back came out long time, he's been doing his YouTube thing for quite a while, right? And this is going to be a non-disrespectful video. I think we done had enough disrespectful videos, enough shots, enough this, enough that. I think we have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be a Pan-African, right? Which I am. I'm a real Pan-African, and in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, I'm gonna talk to you. And I'm only gonna do this one time because I see your trajectory, and I'm not sure if it's the direction you want to go, but I see it and a lot of other people see it. Okay. Now, your name is Pan African Strikes Back, right? And I don't know how you came up with your name. I'm going to take it at your word is that you believe that you are a Pan African and that in your heart of heart, you want black people, to work together economically and socially. You want black people to improve their lives, improve their condition, have a more positive mindset, and take initiative and take matters into their own hands, and just stop living off excuses, and just, despite the obstacles, push forward and be like a economic social warrior and just kind of like make it happen anyway, right? Because you understand that we have the power to do that if we do it. And we used to talk because we used to talk when you first started, right? That's when you first started going on Tariq Nasheed, and fighting against his xenophobia and things like that. So of course everybody was on your side with that because we all real Pan-African pro blacks. We agree on those things. But what has happened, if I don't know if you noticed, right? But at the very beginning of your endeavor into the YouTube space, a lot of people gravitated towards you because you have a gravitating personality, right? You're very boisterous. You got a lot of energy, right? You're entertaining. You can be very likable, right? And once people started to notice you were kind of maybe concentrating on Tariq just a little bit too much, it's just like, okay, just a little bit too much, people started to peel off. Then people started to notice that you're a tad bit arrogant in the things that you say. And then people started to fall off. So certain people stopped coming to your show because they decided they didn't want to be associated with you because of the energy that you were bringing, right? And yeah, it's entertaining to watch people come on and argue. There's a lot of dumb people out there, all right, who got strong opinions, right? And watching people battle back and forth, that's always entertaining, right? That was like the whole reason people was watching Sinetta. You watch all these people arguing, right? But we're supposed to be moving past that. We're supposed to be advancing that. And that's what I thought we were going, right? Now, of course, you have your own political views. I believe and know for a fact that your political views is leading black people off a cliff, right? I believe that your intentions are good, but you're missing a lot of information, right? And sometimes you jump ahead of a story before you get everything. Sometimes you get quick, you make a video, and you don't have all the pieces right away because you ready to get out there and get it done, right? And when you do that, sometimes you trip yourself up, right? Also, when it comes to debating and having conversations with people, a lot of the times you Pan-African Strike Back, you filibuster people when they're trying to get out their points, or you straw man, meaning if somebody has a point or if there's a particular point that we're supposed to concentrate in the conversation, what you do is you change the point so they can fit your narrative. Anybody that knows debate tactics, who's good at communication, who's in that world, see that you're doing it. So what we've noticed that all the people of note that was coming to support your channel, they stopped coming to your panels. And now all you have left is a bunch of yes men. You may not notice it, But if you notice, your panels is full of the same 3 or 4 dudes. 3 or 4 dudes, and none of them are of note. You used to have people of note come on your channel. Now you got people of no note who just kiss your ass. Now some of your subscribers, me and you share a lot of this. We used to share a lot of subscribers. But the thing is, a lot of your subscribers don't subscribe to you anymore. Right? Because they don't believe that you're a Pan-African because you don't talk about Pan-African things. Right? Because your name is Pan-African Strike Back. You literally branded yourself as you're going to be on the forefront of Pan-Africanism and you're going to fight back. Right? But then at the same time, you promote white Christian conservative ideologies, which is the enemy of Pan-Africanism. It is. There's no way that you can there's no way you can mesh the two groups together. And people have been telling you this. And you see, you don't listen to people. You don't listen. You didn't listen to me when I was telling you, hey, bro, maybe you should be a little more positive because your negative leanings, right? Your negative leaning is creating bad energy, right? And it's real easy to judge other people. It's real easy to look at the lowest common denominator of the black community and focus on that group and say that that's all black people. Because whether you know it or not, Pan-African Strikes Back, that's what you are doing. The perception is you believe all black people are welfare, skank, Pookie and Ray Rays, and they're not competent enough and not politically aware enough to understand their situation. You believe that you and your conservative views, you believe that you got some sort of special information and you're sitting on some sort of mountaintop and all the other black people, they're all just like, they're lost in the sauce and you're trying to rescue them, right? But the thing is, black people are not stupid. Black people have always had to be politically aware because politics is life. We always had to be in the real world. We don't get to relax. We don't get to chill out, right? There's a reason why most black people are on the Democratic side. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why we used to be Republicans. There's a reason for that, right? And I believe that even though you have a lot of enthusiasm and all that stuff, your lack of information makes you put your foot all the way in your ass. And your aggressive style of filibustering, straw man arguments, and reframing the conversation and just being generally rude and disrespecting people unnecessarily, that makes it so people don't want to even come on your show and debate you. That's why I won't come on your show. I tested you before. I made a video and I said, hey, show me a policy. Show me what the Republicans are proposing that will benefit black people. You couldn't do it. You couldn't show me a bill. You couldn't show me anything that I said, show me what Donald Trump has done for black people. You couldn't do it. You regurgitate the same already debunked talking points that right-wing propaganda networks pitch. Whether you believe it or not, it's not true, even though you believe it. So what you need to do is maybe do just a tad bit more research so that you can correct your position. But the main thing is your attitude, man. Your attitude, you're very egotistical, right? We all got egos. You got to have a personality. I understand that. But I think you believe you're more important than you are. I think you do. You're just a dude on the internet like the rest of us, right? You're just a dude on the internet. But the way you talk as if you are the know-it-all, be-all, and everybody else is just dumb and ignorant because they don't believe in the things that you believe in, and they don't see things the way you see it. Your subscribers have been telling you, hey man, talk about some Pan-African stuff. Your subscribers have been trying to softly, the ones that support you, that like your personality, they've been trying to tell you, hey man, you need to pivot. I told you need to pivot. Every Pan-African or pro-black guy has been slightly telling you need to pivot, especially if you call yourself Pan-African Strikes Back, because your name forces you to be at the forefront of Pan-Africanism. But if you don't represent Pan-Africanism, all you're doing is making Pan-Africanism look bad. You're forcing other Pan-Africans to have to be against you because you're not displaying anything. You're not displaying any Pan-African ideology. You're displaying Pan-European ideologies. You talk trash about black people all the time, but you don't talk trash about the equivalent white people who do exactly the same thing. And then you praise all the coons. You literally praise all the coons. If you were to step outside your body and step out and look at you from an outside perspective, no one would ever think that you were a Pan-African. You take your name away, Pan-African straight back, people would look at you as a right-wing conservative coon. And that's how you're acting. And I'm not trying to say, and I don't know if you, I don't think you believe you're a coon, but you do a lot of coonish things. And people are, because they like you, they try to tell you. But when they try to tell you, like the other night, right? You had a subscriber, he gave a very heartfelt paragraph, very responsible, very, very measured, advice to you, but you didn't take it. Because one of your problems is you believe you're the smartest guy in the room. You don't listen. Even when you talk, you don't even complete your sentence because you're so quick to get to the next sentence. Every time you talk, the last word of your sentence, you don't even say it because your mouth is running faster than your brain, and your brain don't even catch up to your mouth, right? And then another thing is you have talked trash about every single pro-black person in this Pan-African space. You have disrespected everybody in the Pan-African pro-black space. You've done a video on every single person, critiquing them while you sit on your mountaintop of white Christian conservatism with a level of arrogance that's off-putting to most people. You got into it with Michi X, who supported you. You got into it with Q Butter. You got into it when you go on Dinah's show, Dinah has to cut your mic off because when you go in there, you disrupt the panel. You made a video about me, when I didn't do anything to you. And you got in with Taha Bay, who never did anything to you. He supported you, right? And you attacked him with 2 videos. He had to respond, and he responded, and he made a few jokes, but then but you took the bait. And if you were strategically smart enough, you would know you shouldn't even responded to his response because he was waiting for you to do that. He wanted you to do. That's why he told you in his video, go ahead and make your video. And you fell for it, man. You fell for it. And you look guilty. You look like somebody threw a rock at a wolf and they start barking. Like barking, hit dogs holler, and you've been hollering, bro. That whole video was hollering. And look at what your subscribers, the people that support you, are saying in the comment section. Look at what people are saying to you on your Twitter spaces. I see when you do your videos and you critique other people, you don't even play their whole video so people can get context. You pause and you overtalk. You pause so nobody can know when you're critiquing another individual, right? Which you have the right to do. But when you're critiquing another individual, you don't actually play the video so people can understand what they're saying. You clip it to the point to where your audience only hears what they say so that you can straw man the argument, reframe it, and then you can say what you want to say. That's what you do. You do that to everybody. And then what you do is you say, oh, well, I'll give you the link. Come up. The thing is, when you have the attitude that you have, and when your surface level knowledge when you come out with so much energy with your surface level knowledge, and you're spewing out things that are just simply not true, people don't want to talk to you. People who are thinkers, people who are thought leaders, they're not going to waste their time coming on your show talking to somebody who's not going to allow them to get their full thought out. They're not going to come on a panel with somebody who's going to disrespect them simply for when they do get their full thought out. They're not going to come on a panel with somebody who filibusters every single time somebody wants to get their point out. And they're not going to come out and get on a panel with somebody that's going to reframe the argument to fit their narrative. No one wants to be on a panel with somebody that coming off arrogant. You come off very arrogant. You may not mean to. It may be part of your personality, but this is how you look. Perception is reality. And the perception is you are an arrogant. This is the real perception. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I used to be a fat guy too. I know what it's like to be fat. All right. And when I'm telling you, perception is reality. You come on here, right? This is what people see, man. You come on here. You're a big guy. You're short. You eat food on the internet, right? You talk about food. You embraced a disrespectful name like Bucci Bear that Tyreek gave. That's a disrespectful. He's disrespecting you, and you embraced it. That makes you look like a clown, right? You may think that by you embracing Bucci Bear, by embracing that, you're taking the power away from Tariq. But in actuality, what you did is reinforce the clownness and allow them to have material on you. You give your opposition material to use against you. You reveal too much of your life. You put too much of your family on the internet for people to know. You reveal too much. You're too revealing, right? People know too much about you, right? You put your kids in there. You put your wife. And the thing is, the stuff that you talk about, you really shouldn't be employing your children and your wife and all these people into that, because you just really shouldn't do it. You should be protecting them by keeping them away from that. If you notice, most people who do controversial things, they keep the information about their family very limited, and that's to protect them. You don't do that. You're way too open, and maybe that's how you are in your life, but you're way too open. You also project. You project your family issues, and you use that and make that like it's African American. You live in California, bro. There's not a lot of black people there. You don't live with black people like I do. Like, you don't live in the black world. You live amongst a lot of other groups of people. So I understand your perspective is a little different. But just because you have issues with your grandma, I should know nothing about your grandma. I should know that you disrespect, that your grandma is this and that she's not this. I should know too much about your grandfather. I should know that about your father. I should know about all your sisters. I should know about your mama. Like, you reveal so much about your family. Anybody who's paying attention to you for any amount of time will know that the reason why your views are this way is because of the way your family dynamic is. Your whole worldview is a projection of your family dynamic and the things you deal with within your family, because you say it. You literally say it. And other people have said the same thing on their videos when they critique you, when they're beefing with you. Right? You really put out too much information, right? So perception is right. You're a short, fat guy where you ain't got no bass in your voice, and you always eating tacos and food and joking about yourself, about being this and that, and you allow yourself to be called Bucci Bear, and you embrace the Bucci Bear. You personally have turned yourself into somewhat of a joke, maybe unbeknownst to you. And I'm not calling you a joke. I said perception is reality. That's what you've done. And then now that you have pushed away all the people who would have loved to come on the show and debate real topics with you like adults, you'll push them away. They don't waste their time. Everybody's seen how you act when you go to other people's panels. When even if they're having a strong debate, here you come. You come with the disrespect and the arrogance. You blow up the debate, and they got to cut you off, or they got to eliminate you from debate everywhere you go. And the thing is, you're the common denominator. You're the common denominator. If you look at all the other people, you have never seen me beef with Q Butter. You never see me beef with Michi X. You never see me. You don't see Pan-Africans and pro-black beefing with each other on the internet, really, unless they have a true personal issue, right? You're the only one supposedly a Pan-African who literally beef and belittle and go out your way to disrespect other black people who are doing the best they can to promote black empowerment. That's what you do. That's what you do. And the thing is, I don't know if you're doing it because you feel like there's no material out there, because there's plenty of things that could be talked about as a Pan-African, right? That wouldn't do that. There's plenty of things going on in Kenya right now that you're supposed to be talking about, seeing how that's your area of operation. There's plenty of things happening in Africa. There's plenty of things happening to black people that you could be talking about. There's plenty of mountains you could be dying on. But you choose to die on mountains that are not worth it. It's not worth it. And the thing is, if you truly in your heart and heart are a conservative Republican, right? And you really believe in that. And we're going to find out how much you believe in it after Trump is either put in jail or he loses. I'm telling you right now. After this whole Trump is over, what are you going to do when Trump is no longer a topic of discussion? right? Because you can't mention, you have not mentioned and this is the reason why I won't waste my time debating you. You can't mention a policy number. I gave you a chance, made a video like Talk Bay saying, and your reply video was trash because you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. You don't prove anything you say. Everything you say about Donald Trump is already a debunked lie. It's easy. So why waste time debating someone who's still holding on to lies? I told you personally that it was an insurrection on January 6th. But instead of listening to the person that was there who said it was an insurrection because I was there for the beginning, middle, and end, you still choose to run with the narrative that it was an insurrection. You're still doing that. I don't understand why, right? But it makes you look like a fool because we've already moved past that. We know it was insurrection. You ignore all the court cases. You ignore Donald Trump and his criminality. You don't hold Donald Trump, the guy you say we should vote for, accountable for the things he does personally, yet you want to hold black people accountable for the lowest common denominator of our community. You talk about the crabs in the barrel, but you don't never talk about why are the crabs in the barrel. It's real easy to judge, but where are the solutions? How are we going to move the conversation forward? We have enough people telling us how bad we are. We don't need another black person telling us how bad we are. We don't need that. Now, sometimes you have to bang on some people. Like pretendians, man. We bang on them pretendians, man, because we know how delusional they are, right? Sometimes we had to bang on some of the xenophobic FBA members because they were promoting separation between black people, right? That's where our commonality was, right? We was banging on like the ADOS because they still want to identify themselves as descendants of slaves. That's where our history started, right? We bang on them, right? So there are people we all mutually bang on, but then we got to bang on you because you're telling black people to go over here and kumbaya with Pan-Europeanism. Now, I've told you before, and other people have told you before, there's a difference between conservatism in Africa and conservatism in America. Anybody that knows anything about basic level politics will tell you conservatism is different in every country because they want to conserve their culture. White people in America want to conserve white culture. That's what white conservatism means in America. I've put plenty of videos proving with primary evidence that the Republican Party is not the place for us. But I agree with you that the Democrats take advantage of us. I agree with you. Like, we know that. You've never heard me support Joe Biden. I don't like that guy. But the honest truth is, if you were really a politically astute and you actually paid attention to what was happening in the real world, not in your Fox News network fantasy that you listen to and regurgitate, you would know that everything that you said is a lie. Everything. You have not said one true thing politically about the accomplishments of Donald Trump towards black people. You've never said anything true about it. It's all been lies, easily debunked. And I don't want to waste my time going over it because you, as a grown adult, can simply look this up with primary sources. There's government websites. You can find out what bills have been passed by both the Republicans and the Democrats. You can find out what Joe Biden has been doing domestically. He's been doing pretty good. The economy is moving pretty well. Everybody's not doing great because the thing is, times is changing. Technology is putting a lot of people out of work. Corporations who are not beholden by government, corporations who run the government, they are the ones who control how much we get paid. They're the ones who control how much things cost. These are businesses. The same businesses that hurt us are the ones that you, as a right-wing Republican conservative, call small businesses, and you promote, and you want them to be allowed to do everything that they are currently doing right now to hold not just black people but everybody in America down. Most of Americans, both Republicans and Democrats, we all agree on 80% of the policies, but our politicians don't give us what they want because they don't work for us. They work for their sponsored corporations that pay their campaign contributions. So instead of putting everything in context, you act like it's just the Democrats, like the Republicans are some sort of awesome party that's really just waiting to embrace black people. You have yet to proven or show any Republican that's out here actively campaigning for black people. They don't want us. They don't want to put us in charge. There's two different white supremacy groups. There's more than just two white supremacy groups. There's multiples of them. And they all have their agendas. And as black people, if we have to live in this institution, we have to pick which white supremacy group can we live with right now, and which group can we operate to separate ourselves from, and which group can we survive with. And I just fundamentally believe that the group you want to survive with are the ones that want to kill us the most. Therefore, it's a bad idea. We can work with these guys because we know what they're going to do, right? These guys are telling us they want us to die, and you want us to go over there. You cannot be a conservative in a Pan-African. You cannot. If you look up what Pan-Africanism is, and you look up what conservatism is, it's literally the opposite. It's Scorpio and Sub-Zero. Okay? It's hot and cold, up and down, oil and water. Arch enemies. Pan-Africanism and white Western Christian conservatism will forever be mortal enemies, locked in a battle of attrition until the one is gone, period. And you, sir, need to pick which side you're going to be on. And if you're going to be on and here's my advice to you, and I told you this before, if you're all in on this conservative thing, drop the name Pan-Africanism. Change your name to Brandon, because the YouTube algorithm is not going to put these white Christian conservatives in your thing. They got to find you. You think they're going to type in Pan-Africanism while looking for content creators to reinforce their white Christian conservative ideologies? So you're already losing on the marketing standpoint by itself. No self-respecting white Christian conservative is going to really rock with a guy called Pan-African Strikes Back who's talking about Africa. Are you crazy? That's not what they're into. So if you really want to do it, rebrand yourself as Brandon, the conservative. Come up with a cool name and just go full bore with it and drop the Pan-Africanism ideology. But if you're going to be a Pan-African, be a goddamn Pan-African. Talk about Pan-African stuff. That's what people originally came to your channel to see. A black African-American promoting Pan-Africanism. Not a black African-American promoting Pan-Africanism and then bait and switch and start talking about, hey, let's join the white Christian conservative Republican Party and let's go for Trump, Donald Trump, MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. That doesn't even make sense from a marketing standpoint, you know? So that starts to make me question how have you even thought this out? Are you just doing this? Are you just like freestyling this? So this video is just to say, man, because you was really crying wolf on your video. And if you look at your comment, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. You got enough material out there. If somebody really wanted to crush you, bro, if they wanted to crush you, if they took the time to go through the many videos you got saying some of the most insane, incendiary things, dude, you would be destroyed, bro. It's like you're not even aware. You're truly not aware of the surroundings that you created a hostile environment for yourself. No black power Pan-African wants to be associated with you. They don't. That's why you're stuck with these weirdos that come on your channel. Everybody makes fun of the weirdos that come on your channel talking. They sound very uneducated and very unknowledgeable. And those are the only people you got left that are willing to come on your show and kiss your ass. Because that's all they do is kiss your ass. That's what they do. All right? Most of Pan-Africans and pro-blacks have left you. And they say it. No one in the Pan-African and pro-black community really respects you anymore. And I'm not trying to take a shot. This is the reality that you, sir, has created for yourself. Now, I don't think it's too late for you to pivot. Because I believe this from the very beginning, that you have the energy and you got what it takes to be a very good Pan-African in the Pan-African space. You just need to step back, retool, and really think about what you're doing. Just really think about it. And you need to decide which way you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I think you're a waste of talent. You're a wasted talent. You're wasting your talent dying on this Trump hill. Even if that's your political belief, keep that shit to yourself. Keep it to yourself. You're not going to convince the masses of black folks to go over there. It ain't going to happen. You're truly wasting your time and burning every bridge that you had. You've burnt pretty much every bridge. Everybody is talking about. Google fake Pan-African. I want everybody who's watching this to Google fake Pan-African. and see what pops up. Google fake Pan-African, see what pops up in YouTube. What's in the you can in YouTube, put it in YouTube fake Pan-African, and see what pops up. Look what you've done to yourself. Now, you can say you don't give a fuck. I'm branded. I'm Pan-African Strike Back. I don't give a fuck. I'm this and that. Fuck everybody. You can have that attitude. But remember, there's consequences to everything you do. In life, you are a sum total of your decisions. So if you decide to say F it to your subscribers who support you and give you super chats and cash app, if you decide to say F it to your subscribers, then you deserve everything you get. If you decide to say F it to every person that ever reached out to you to try to say, hey man, maybe you need to pivot a little bit. Hey man, maybe you need to switch it up again. If you think you're the smartest person in the room and you think that everybody criticizing you is just tripping and you're right, then you deserve everything that you get. You deserve it. And if that's what you want, well, so be it. You know, it is what it is. But as a Pan-African, I'm doing a Pan-African action. I'm posting this video because I've been saying this shit. I've been trying to be light about it, but now I just got to do it directly because this in 2024, we got to elevate ourselves as Pan-Africans and pro-blacks. And if you're a Pan-African and you're pro-black, come 2024, man, you need to elevate. You you already stated you're going to talk about Trump all 2024. I guarantee you, your YouTube Pan-African career will be over if you do that. I guarantee you. But if you don't mind, go right ahead. Go right ahead and keep doing what you're doing if you don't mind. Hey, you're a grown-ass man, right? You can do what you want to do. I'm just giving you advice on the internet because I'm a dude on the internet just like you're a dude on the internet. But I believe you're a waste of talent, and I believe you need to pivot. You need to change. You got to change your attitude. You got to lower your ego level. You got to learn how to debate. You got to learn how to let people, if you want people to come on and talk on your platform, you need to have a respectable platform that people are willing to come on. When people see me, people respect me. You're not going to find too many videos of people disrespecting me. You understand? Google afrothinktank. See how many people have disrespected me on YouTube. See how many people has made videos talking shit about me. Look at my comment section as a real Pan-African and see what people are saying to me. See what effect I'm having on the people who watch me. The people who follow me. The same people that used to follow you. See the effect I'm having with the way I'm doing things. Now, you don't have to do it the way I'm doing. I'm just saying, look at the contrasting between the way I'm conducting my Pan-African action and the way you're conducting your so-called Pan-African action. Right? I get emails. I get Instagrams. I get all sorts of messages from your subscribers who are also my subscribers, or from my subscribers who used to be your subscribers complaining about you. They all say the same thing. Every video of anybody complaining about you and every subscriber, including myself, we're all saying the same thing. So if you're the common denominator, who's really the problem? Is it everybody else or is it you? And as a grown man who talks about accountability, you need to start having accountability for yourself. You need to humble yourself and be like, you know what? Maybe I have been tripping a little bit. Let me switch up. It ain't going to hurt nobody. It ain't going to hurt you to admit that maybe you've been going about this the wrong way. And if you're a real Pan-African, I challenge you. If you're a real Pan-African, you'll pivot. Go be a Pan-African. But if you're not, just go be branded, man. The conservative. You know? But, we'll see what happens in 2024. We'll see what happens. We'll see what you do. But I ain't going to make no more videos like this. This is it. But I'm telling you, every time you say something stupid out your mouth about some conservative, I'm going to make a video. And I'm going to debunk it. I don't have to disrespect you. Now I'm calling you a Coonarian. That's my new word, Coonarian, because you are a Coonarian. All right? I'm telling you, Afro Think Tank is telling you, Pan-African Strike Back, that you're a Coonarian. I just told you that. You don't have to be a Coonarian. You can not be a Coonarian. But right now, you're a Coonarian. All right? Now you can clip this part and make a fucking 3-hour video fucking talking shit about me because I just called you a Coonarian. Fair enough. All right? But you're a Coonarian right now because perception is reality. And the perception is you're a Coonarian. And I would like to see you pivot. I would like to see you be Pan-African Strike Back. That's who everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see Pan-African Strike Back, not Brandon the Cunarian. All right. Anyway, I'm done because I think me calling you Cunarian was slightly disrespectful, right, to you. If you're watching this, I'm sure you're gonna watch it, and you're probably like, "Motherfucker, call me Cunarian. Fuck that motherfucker." Oh, you know. And look, and I think, listen, you know. Because, you know, like I said, you tell people we used to talk, what's that? That's all I got to say. All right? You know, I've been on code with that. All right? I've been on code with that as a Pan-African. You also have been on code with that, too. Appreciate it. You know? So, as a black, I want to see you succeed, bro. I just don't want you to see you crashing out because you've been crashing out, bro. I don't want to see you crash out. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you thrive. Because you should have 100,000 subscribers right now. Pan-African Strike Back should have 100,000 fucking subscribers right now. But this version of you that you've manifested, whatever, that guy, I don't want to see that guy. That guy don't create any good energy for anybody. But anyway, that's my thoughts, man. This is my open fucking letter or advice to you as a Pan-African. That's all I can say. But you're going to do what you want to do anyway. All right? Everybody else who's watched this, tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you guys want to see Pan-African Strike Back, the real Pan-African? Do you want to see that guy make a comeback? Or do you guys want to see this version of Pan-African Strike, Brandon Bucci? Do y'all want to see Pan-African Strikes Back, the old one? Do you want to see him get rid of Bucci? To reject the term Bucci? Do you want him to do that? Or do you want this version who embraces the joke and personifies the disrespect of his own self? You guys tell me what y'all think about that in the comment section. Anyway, that's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.